What's going on, Assassins? It's Darkstrider, and I kind of feel like the petition to ban the release of Assassin's Creed Shadows, kind of feel like that ban kind of fell off, that petition. A couple of weeks ago, I let you guys know it hit over 100,000 signatures, and the next goal was 150,000. And it has not really moved to any significant number over 100,000. Right now, at the time of this recording, it's sitting at over 103,000 signatures. Barely over 103,000 signatures. So, again, as I've said before, I do not believe that this petition will move the needle either way. I feel like this game is still going to release. You know, it would take a hell of a lot more to actually put the kibosh on this game. And we're already seeing that it just seems like an unstoppable force, which is kind of wild. The petition is not going to move the needle. I've told you that. I still believe that. I don't believe that unless they get millions of signatures, let's say by the end of this month, to where, you know, it just looks like they are going to be losing money. I seriously do not see this as being an issue, as being any sort of problem. I do not think it will move the needle whatsoever. The other thing is that, you know, I just did a video where I talked about how they kept in a banner that does not even belong to them. It belongs to some other organization. Yet they thought it was a historical banner, which proves that they are not doing any research at all. They're just releasing the game. They're just seeing something pretty and putting it in the game and thinking that that's what it is. So that hasn't stopped them. The Japanese senator who went before their version of Parliament in order to discuss how the game is not respecting historical accuracy or their culture or anything like that. That guy went before their parliament, and even they were like, nah, bro, we're not feeling it. This is not our bag, baby. You got to think of something else. And they let it go. The Ministry of Education over there, meanwhile, believes that this is something worthy of being angry about. I haven't heard anything from them either. So is this unstoppable? Is this game unstoppable? Did you ever think that any game would have any sort of petition against it, would be tried to be blocked from release? You know, we've seen a bunch of stinkers release. We've seen a bunch of games that really had no business being created, and yet they don't exist. Nobody cares. Nobody mentions them or says anything about them. Meanwhile, we have Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, again, I think we're paying too much attention to the wrong things. And this is why you're not going to see any momentum on this game, okay? Like I said, this game was spun initially as a not historical accuracy or whatever, but when people started complaining about historical accuracy, the main focus point was the black guy being in the game. And that is where you lost momentum. That is where nobody cares about anything else that goes on in this game, because they're always going to point back to Black Samurai Bad. They're always going to point at that. Because that was the starting point, it was just too easy for people to hit people with the racism card. To be like, oh, you're just racist. You don't like it because you're racist. Meanwhile, we're finding all these little things that are inaccurate, and to which the Japanese are taking offense, and we're ignoring it because we go back to Black Samurai Bad. So that, I think, was the nail in the coffin. This whole discussion was DOA because of the fact that too many people concentrated on that. Not enough people were looking outside the box, looking at everything else. And now that we have some level of scrutiny, now that people are paying attention to the game and what's going on, now is when we're seeing little things pop up here and there that kind of make people go, wait a minute. Well, that's odd. Well, that's weird. Why is that the way it is? You know? So, again, these are little problems that have evolved into big problems, and there are certain things that should have been done that were not done. We weren't respecting what was going on because right away it was too easy to say, hey, Black Samurai bad. And sadly, that's where we're at. Sadly, that is where the beginning and the end for most people are. Soon as you ask anybody about Assassin's Creed Shadows, the first thing they say is what's going on with Yasuke. Either they're with it or they're against it. Meanwhile, we have, you know, theft of a group's banner that they made. It's kind of like finding, you know, like your own logo inside of the game. If Nike found a Nike symbol inside of the game and it was seriously a Nike symbol, I'm pretty sure that they would sue the living daylights out of Ubisoft. Same thing with Nintendo. If there was a Mario character in there, I'm pretty sure that they would sue. And not Mario like in Assassin's Creed 2, where he says, "It's a me, Mario," you know, his uncle. It would have to be more than that. It would have to be like he literally is an Italian plumber and, you know, wears like red overalls or something and, you know, blue shirt, things like that. Then I could see them like, you know, like suing. But, you know, I'll put it to you guys. What do you think? Do you think that, you know, of course this, you know, that this petition is going to lose steam, that it's a complete waste of time, that everything that we're seeing so far that are people like attacking Assassin's Creed Shadows, that it's unwarranted? Or do you believe it is warranted and there are some problems and we should be paying more attention to this stuff? What do you think? I'd love to hear from you. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. It helps this channel out an awful lot. As always, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching, and until next time, take care, be good, stay safe, take care of each other. I'll see you all in the next one.